Homelessness is another topic that has dominated this race and is often tied to the issue of housing. Mayor Craig, you've responded to your critics who've gone after your handling of the homelessness crisis in Manchester by saying that this is a statewide issue and a nationwide issue, and that you never had enough support from the state. What two policies would you put into place immediately to help address this crisis?
Well, Ariel, this is a statewide challenge and a community-wide challenge. And in 2020, every single mayor in our state, and we were Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, said that this was the #1 challenge that they were facing. And we advocated at the state level for more assistance, and really nothing came from that. Two things that I would look to do. One is that we brought the National Alliance to End Homelessness into the city of Manchester. Their mission is to prevent and to end homelessness across our entire country. I would have them working from a statewide level to make sure that they are helping every community that is challenged with this. And secondly, we don't have enough supportive housing in our state, and our shelters are full. So people are staying in shelters for far too long because they don't have the next place to go in the continuum of care. So I would look to have more supportive housing, because evidence shows that when we can put a roof over someone's head, we can stabilize them and then better address their underlying issues.
Senator Ayotte, you've pointed to Manchester to criticize Mayor Craig on homelessness. But we've seen cities across the state struggle too, like Concord and Laconia. One of your campaign slogans has been that you will continue on the Sununu path. But do you think that Governor Sununu has done everything right on this issue? And if not, what specifically would you do differently?
Let me just say this, Ariel. Unfortunately, in Manchester, I've heard from so many small business owners and residents that were really frustrated with the lack of leadership from Joyce Craig on this issue. In fact, a daycare closed. I'll never forget, I had a jogger running up to me while I was knocking doors and tell me, please, don't let Joyce Craig do to New Hampshire what she did to Manchester, because my daycare closed because there was a massive homeless camp in front of it. So also, while she was mayor, she took $2 million in federal funds, and instead of spending it on helping the homeless and public safety, she spent it on rebranding the city. That's the type of lack of judgment. We need to bring people together. We need to use the resources that are given to make sure that we're partnering. I'll be a partner with Mayor Rouet, and also on some of the work that he's doing in the city. For example, the ordinance that was passed that she still disagrees with, that would allow the moving of homeless to get them in a more appropriate setting rather than everywhere, and obviously interfering with things like a daycare or the Palace Theater.
Mayor Craig, you can respond.
So I think you just heard that she doesn't have any recommendations on how she would change things. And she literally just said she'd move homeless people around. The issue that we have in our state is that we don't have places to put people. Our state-funded shelters are full, and we don't have enough transitional supportive housing. We need to focus on those things to make sure we're providing for individuals to get the services that they need. And you know, I'm hearing from residents and small business owners about how Kelly Ayotte is dragging down Manchester and how that's hurting our image and our businesses, and that's wrong. We need a governor who is focused on lifting up every single community in this state, not one that is pitting one against another.
Senator, 30 seconds.
We need a governor that's going to lead on these issues, and she failed to lead on these issues when she was mayor. In fact, that's why so many people were frustrated, businesses, residents, owners. And as governor, I will lead on this issue. I'll be a partner with the state resources, the mental health resources, the Doorways program that Governor Sununu put in place to deal with substance use disorders, and then also working with Mayor Rouet, other mayors in the state, partnering to build more housing, transitional housing, to improve the whole panoply of services, because you can't just say we're going to take someone off the street without getting them the help that they need so that they can see whether it's mental health services, substance use disorders.
Senator.
But you also can't let the homeless violate the law. You can't just let them interfere with a daycare. So
Senator.
That's what she did.
Let's follow up here.
I'm sorry. She is lying and misleading the public right now. I worked with our health department, our police department, our fire department, our nonprofits, and our business community to address this challenge. And I wish there was a one-size-fits-all answer to this, but there's not. We did a lot of work We put a shelter in place that the city funded and city ran. We put an engagement center in place where someone can go in, take a shower, get a meal, and be connected to services. We need to do more from a statewide level to support our local communities, and that's what I'm focused on as governor. And I'll say that the work that we did, we saw a 60% decrease in encampments and a 20% decrease in opioid overdoses.
We want a quick follow-up here because this anti-camping ordinance has been brought up. Oftentimes these encampments do pop up on state-owned land. So as governor, would you allow the encampments to stay?
I would not allow encampments to stay on state property, no. We need to.
And Senator, how about you?
No, I would not.